Hello, happy holidays, and happy new year to everyone who's celebrating a new year right now. Something I wanted to touch on quickly without really reacting to anything, but just kind of reflecting on the new year, is this idea of like new year, new me. I was thinking about that and how I have this kind of subconscious hope or belief that like when big times come and go like this, where a new year has passed, shit will finally change for me in some way. I'll feel better, or I'll have the energy to do things, or the world will have somehow healed more so that I can live in it better. And I think many of us can have those sort of subconscious beliefs about the year changing and shit changing with it. I am aware that, most people are aware that this magical change is not just going to happen on its own, and we all have our own ways of realizing that and coping with it. What I'd like to offer as a reflection, or maybe a different way of coping with it, which is a way that I'm coping with it this year, is the idea new year, same shit, new me. So adding in this little halfway point in between the new year and the new me. Certainly, I'm not the first person who has thought of this. Someone must have said something like this before. But what I mean by it is, yes, it's a new year. And yes, we can recognize that a year passing doesn't automatically take care of anything per se. So we know we'll be facing a lot of the same shit even when the year passes. But I think where we can be different, and where I'm working towards being different, is in how we approach that same shit that's coming at us. I'll give an example from my life that I think potentially other people are feeling right now. With the busyness of the holidays, I have felt kind of anxious about some of the emotional distance that comes between me and my partner. And what I often do is make this mean that something is wrong in the relationship, or that I have done something wrong. So this is some of like the same shit, these are some of the patterns that I find myself in. But what I'd like to recognize this time is that it has been a busy time of year. We've had family in town, we've traveled to visit family and friends, all of the rigmarole of everything you do in the holidays. There simply was not enough time for everything, and that is okay. What I'd like to do next is draw L in with some purposeful intention now, recognizing that I'm feeling this way and I'd like to work towards something else. I can recognize that maybe both of us feel some of the anxiety of like not having more one-on-one time to connect, but we can both see as well that our relationship is still strong, it's still healthy, we're still moving in the direction that we want to be going. So we can have, or bringing it back just to me even, I can have the closeness and intimacy I desire while also having celebrated the holidays. So to kind of give you the full 360, because that's the end of it, that's the end of the idea, is yes, it's a new year, which is a pretty potent feeling time for a lot of us, I think. And yes, the same shit is going to keep coming. There is no magical antidote that's going to suddenly fix my things because the new year has passed. But it still can be a new me. I don't have to continue down the same pattern holes of psychological, emotional, whatever. And somehow, for me, recognizing that it is just going to be the same shit. Having grown up with so much magical thinking, I think it's really helpful for me to pause in between new year, new me, recognize that, it still takes work. It still takes moving forward. It still takes taking those small steps. That helps me kind of feel like, I don't know, like I can do it or something. So I wanted to share that here. And hopefully it helps, I don't know, somebody with taking a small step forward and feeling like there is still a modicum of control that you have as the new year passes and crazy things continue to happen around the world. Sending love and peace out to everybody. Happy New Year. And I'll catch you on the other side.